Welcome everybody, this is Jaegerbomb again, and today I'm going to bring you something special. This is a Gotham City Imposters Secret Identity Custom Class Guide. So I'm going to walk you through the classes that I have set up for this game, tell you some of the reasoning behind it, and just my overall opinions of the classes. So let's get into it. Let's go to Secret Identity. We're going to go to Edit Our Custom Loadouts, and let me walk you through this. So my first class here is the Black Widow. The Black Widow is my sniper class, my / recon class. In that, my primary weapon here is the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is a really high damage sniper rifle, and it's a little bit not as accurate as I would like, so I often put the muzzle brake on it. As you can see, I have also put a 4x scope lens on there before just to test it out, but the damage reduction that you get with the 4x scope lens doesn't seem to be effective, because your primary goal is to get one-shot headshot kills. The muzzle brake, you can still do that, and it just seems to have an overall better effect of that. As my backup weapon, I'm using the Gatekeeper submachine gun. The Gatekeeper is an excellent personal defense weapon, arguably one of the best guns in this game at the time. My mod on that is the extended mags. Reasoning behind the extended mags is, if there is someone close to me, I don't want to run out of bullets when I'm in the heat of a battle. So being a sniper, you primarily will not get that many kills in this game. This game's very fast paced. So, as a support item, in order to level up quickly, I recommend the motion sensor. The motion sensor will target enemies within the radius of the motion sensor, and it will also give you 100 points of assist every time someone gets killed within that, even if your teammates do that for you. My gadget for this class is a grappling gun. Grappling gun is very effective for this class because you can get into spots in locations that are very obscure. So you can get it like on top of rooftops, you can get it anywhere that wouldn't really be thought of. And it helps you get mobile, helps you mobilize very quickly. My character, I selected the girl in this case, which is the nimble body type. Reasoning for that is that I wanted someone who was skinny, who wouldn't be able to get shot from a long range, but just in case someone came up on me and got close, I needed a little bit extra health that I could defend myself. To that same regard, my fun fact that I'm using is the Horse Healthy, which increases the maximum health for my player. None of the other ones seem to be effective. The only other additional one I might use is Wallflower, if there would be a player using the targeting goggles exclusively. Fun fact number 2, I'm using Marksman. So I want my bullets to do a little extra damage. I'm a sniper. Primarily the one-shot kill is what I'm aiming for, so that's what I have here. My Rampage, in this case, is Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye I'm pretty much going to run exclusively for most of my classes. Eagle Eye gives you an enemy rate. It's like a radar when you get your 1200 points of damage without dying. I don't really care for the other ones as much because they're all seem to be either a death streak or something that only lasts 15 seconds. So in this case, I would go with the Eagle Eye. My psych profile I chose here is histrionic. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but I tried out masochistic, I tried out narcissistic. I just didn't seem to receive that many bonuses, so I went to histrionic, and when you place in the top 3 on the scoreboard, then you get a bonus as well. And I believe for the first place bonus, I was receiving somewhere around like 2400 XP additional, so it seems to be very effective. Okay, so that was my sniper class, my Black Widow. This Archangel class is my go-to class. This guy is the Mighty character. My primary here is the Shredder with penetrating ammo. This is very nice to combat people with body armor. It helps to increase the penetration on that and increase the damage thusly. My backup weapon here is the Thunder Dragon with the modification of missiles, so I can have 3 shots instead of just one larger one. I usually use these more as a feeler, like if I'm going around the corner or I just want to finish somebody off. This isn't really a primary weapon that I would often use. Sometimes I also switch out my weapon for an additional heavy weapon. I love the jackhammer. It has a high damage rate, but the shots are pretty slow and it reloads pretty slow. So instead of running the launcher, sometimes I'll run the jackhammer with extended magazines or jackhammer with reflex sight. That way I would have two heavy weapons, and I'd always keep myself within the action. My support item here is the body armor. Nothing better than decreasing the amount of damage that you take when you're using a mighty character. The gadget with my mighty is my glider rig. I love the mobility that it gives me, considering my mighty is very slow, so the glider rig allows me to traverse the map very quickly, and it also gives me an additional bonus of the dive bomb attack. Like I said, I am using the mighty character. Fun fact, I prefer horse healthy here. The additional points of health just keeps you out of that death situation. There's so many times I'll run where I'll survive a battle where I only have 30 or 40 points of health, so I think the horse healthy is actually helpful here. And then I'm also going to mitigate damage by using kind of bulletproof. So now I have kind of bulletproof on top of the body armor, which just overall limits the amount of damage that I'm taking. Once again, I stated my rampage reasoning and my histrionic reasoning, so there's no need to get into that. This character is my invisible kid. So this I use exclusively when the other team is targeting with the targeting goggles. This is a speedy character, a very fast, nimble, agile character who has a primary as the chaperone, an automatic shotgun with the expanded drum attachment. My secondary, just in case I run out of that, which I shouldn't, is the gatekeeper with extended mags again. Being a nimble character, a speedy character, it's very difficult to take out the mighties. So as that, I use the hatchet as my get rid of the mighties people. So often I will just stalk around with the ninja smoke bombs, which allow you to go invisible by holding L2 or left bumper 2. The ninja smoke bombs allow me to get invisible. I sneak up behind the mighties, and then I just simply hatchet them in the back while they're not looking. As I stated, I'm using the speedy character just so I can get around the map quickly, because using the ninja smoke bombs doesn't allow you to use the grappling hook or other means of transportation in this game. Fun fact number 1, I'm using wallflower. Like I said before, people are using targeting goggles and an enemy radar. My goal here is just not to be seen at all. So wallflower is a good fun fact for that one. Since I don't anticipate on taking on damage, I would prefer to use extra damage here, so I'm using the marksman in this case. I'd rather just sneak up on them, try avoiding damage as much as possible, and when I do strike, make sure my damage actually counts. Rampage and Psych Profile, once again, are the same. For my last two classes, I have two skating classes. So I have the Silver Skater and the Anti-Air class. Both of those are for high mobility. My Silver Skater class, I'm using the Burly body type. It helps with mitigating damage, and it also gives you more health. This is my Kill Whore class, so I have the motion sensor set up and the jackhammer. Jackhammer good for inflicting high damage. And I also have the Persuader, so just in case I get into tight situations. The penetrating ammo is really nice for combating those guys with the body plate armor, and often gives you a one-hit kill. My fun fact here is horse healthy. I want that extra health, and I also want to, my fun fact number 2 is kind of bulletproof, so I can mitigate the damage that I do receive since he is a thicker guy. The roller skates here serve two principles. The first principle is allows me to move around at the speed of a nimble, even though I am a burly character, and allows me to carry a heavy weapon without decreasing my speed as well. So it makes a jackhammer a more lethal weapon, a more mobile lethal weapon, which is very nice. The jackhammer does like 50 to 60 points of damage, so this is a very high killing weapon. Rampage and Psych Profile, once again, are the same. Now my Anti-Air class, this is a nimble build character, where I only use this when I have a game type where people are just flying around like crazy and trying to dive bomb. The difference here is there is an airspace denier. The airspace denier, it puts down a little gnome, and anywhere that anybody flies, jumps, bounces, launches off a skating ramp above that gnome, it will zap them out of the sky and stun them for about 5 seconds. This allows me to take down some of the larger characters without the threat of getting damaged myself, being a nimble character. So this is my custom guide. Some things to expect in the future. I'll be playing one gameplay from each of those character classes, and I'll be uploading it here as well. So please stop by and visit my channel often, and I'll catch you later.